Well, all right. Guys, we are going to try a brand new series. And I got the idea like 30 minutes ago. So basically, I'm out running errands and had thoughts and thought I'd share those thoughts with you. So it's a brilliant car series. But hey, you want the real me? Here's the real me. So take a little trip with me and we'll talk. I do kind of have something on my heart today a little bit. I have just really been mulling over some things that I've seen with students over the years, and I've been blessed to work with multiple different types of students, anything from martial arts through medical type students of varying degrees. I've taught music, so all sorts of stuff. And, I see kind of the same themes, if you will, in a lot of my students. And they kind of struggle with the same things, and it really doesn't matter the field. So I thought I'd talk about some of those. The big one I wanted to talk about first is really confidence versus cockiness. I see this a lot. Confident people can kind of admit what they do and don't know and then learn from other people around them. Cocky people have a tendency to give off this persona of, I already know everything and I'm good. And I find that the students that are confident have a tendency to learn more and actually apply it more in the long run. Cockiness seems to me, so far anyways, as kind of a sign of insecurity. More of what people want to pretend like they know but really don't. And usually it's kind of funny, you have this really cocky person that wants to give off this persona of knowledge when it's not really there. I like to attribute it to the idea of being an alpha. Most real alphas I know don't have to announce that they are an alpha. That's kind of the irony in it. Whereas you have the guy or girl that's cocky, and they walk into a education space or a room or a job, and they want it to look like they know what's going on when they really don't. I find that confident people are comfortable in acknowledging what they know and don't know, and they can also go up to the person that knows what they don't and say, teach me. It doesn't really matter your age or your background or whatever. Most really confident people are also open to learning. Like, that's a consistent thing that I see. And it's one of those things, like the ability to look in the mirror is important so that you can figure out, do you have a tendency to be confident or cocky, or neither? Maybe you're just really insecure and you completely lack confidence, but you're not cocky. There's a sweet spot there because people like to confuse that. Confidence is something that has to be built. It's a decision. It's not something that just happens by itself and you just wake up one day and you're magically confident. Whenever I was younger, I was really short, really chubby, and really insecure about it. So I was not confident at all. If this video is shaky, sorry, I'm driving. But I was not confident at all. And later on, towards college, early college, I decided I was going to be a confident person. It was an active decision. Each step was a choice. It's not something that just happened. I didn't just wake up one day and all of a sudden I'm confident. But it's also a little bit of a persona that you have to choose to put on. There is this old friend of mine, and if he's ever watching this video, he'll know what I'm talking about. But he's very charismatic, very likable guy, and honestly, we're the same age, but he was kind of the more popular one between the few of us that hung out, I thought anyways. And he asked me one day, though, it really surprised me, kind of shocked me. He said, dude, how can you get people to believe anything you say? And I'm like, well, confidence. If you say anything with confidence, it instantly increases your credibility. Think about it. Like, let's say you're wanting to learn how to be a writer. A lot of you are already on YouTube, and you're going to find somebody who's been a successful writer, and you're going to look and see what they've done and what they have to say, because they give off that air of confidence. Now, they may not know what they're talking about, but they give off this persona that they do. So really, confidence does not mean that you know everything. Confidence is a way of carrying yourself. But it's a choice. It's a choice that you make. It's not something that you stumble into. Now, personally, I have really been on this kick, this understanding, if you will, of confident humility. Like, that's kind of like it's a biblical perspective that's been kind of running through my head lately. But I need to be humble enough to shut up and listen. But I need to be confident enough in what I know. And also confident to be able to listen to other people. So I guess if you wanted to apply this to like a testing situation, whenever I was teaching at the chiropractic school, it was one of those situations to where it's a physical test that they have to actually perform skills in front of you. And I would have students come in, and some of them would be overconfident. Like, they thought that they knew this, and then I tested them, and then they realized very quickly they didn't know it. They could verbalize the stuff that I wanted, but if I asked them a question, they wouldn't be able to answer me because they don't actually know it. The flip side, you have the person that has no confidence, walks in the room and just breaks down instantly. As soon as they start testing, all of a sudden they forget everything they've ever learned. Now, that may happen with a very smart student. Maybe they know exactly what I'm talking about, and they know exactly the material that I'm talking about, but for whatever reason, the person in front of them that's watching them perform these skills breaks them down. There's something about the pressure. Then you have the sweet spot, that confident person that comes in, they don't know everything, but they know what they're doing, and they've put in the work. That's the other side of this. Confidence requires work. You know, on one hand, you choose to be confident. You make that active choice of, hey, I am going to be a confident person. I'm going to believe in myself and believe in what I'm doing. But then you also got to do the work to back yourself up. It doesn't just happen. I am a very confident and I would say competent person, but I'm very, very quick to say when I don't know something so that I can learn it. That's really the trick here. And that's what brings us back to being a student. Or that's what brings us back about being a student, rather, is that the ability to admit you don't know something requires confidence. So within that confidence, you actually gain more knowledge because you can admit you don't know something. Cocky people won't admit that. So let's say I'm working with a patient and there's something really going on with this person. I don't know what it is. And I'm like, hey, we need to involve somebody else because this is not what I study. This is not my thing. That requires confidence. The interesting thing is that most of the time, those patients believe you. They don't expect you to know everything, but they continue to want to work with you because, one, you were honest, and two, you were confident. You may not have been confident in the diagnosis or confident in what, the next step would be, but you were confident enough to say, hey, this is not my thing. We need to involve other people. That alone is a game changer. So I want to challenge you. If you are the cocky person, try humbling yourself. You don't have to tell anybody you're doing it, but just one time say, I don't know. Or say, teach me. If you are the person lacking in confidence, Pick one thing to be confident in. You know, most people are afraid to look other people in the eye when they're talking to them. They immediately look away. Try looking somebody in the eye. Try sharing your honest opinion and not trying to people please, not caring, what are they going to think of me? It doesn't matter. It does not matter. The people that need to be in your life want to be in your life because of you being real. If you're surrounding yourself with fake people, then you're setting yourself up for failure. They're saying yes to a person that they don't even know. So be honest with yourself. Be honest about where you're at. Now, if you'd like to, I would love for you to share your experiences in the comments down below. I'd like to hear from you. Tell me, are you dealing with cockiness and you're working on your humility? Are you trying to become more confident? Are you somewhere in between? You know, we are all in this together. We can all help each other. But the first step of being confident is also saying when you need help. Maybe there's that person out there that you can connect with that can really help you connect and step up your game. So yeah, guys, that's what I got for you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for going on this ride with me. And I hope you have a blessed day. Work on that confidence. You got this. Confident humility. Take care.